Am I the only one who's been living in head wraps? Taking care of your natural hair can be confusing. And you know what's even more confusing? Everyone has their own unique way of caring for their hair. If you're just getting started, I can sympathize with you. I remember when I first started YouTube years ago, there just wasn't enough information on how to care for natural hair. Fast forward to now, there's just too much information. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to start. This is why I have a simple 5-step routine that I'm confident will help you get started and will also help you on your hair journey. But what if I'm just coming out of a protective style? What if my hair is really matted? Should I pre-poo? I hear products don't matter. Am I shedding too much? Well, in today's video, we are going to answer all of these questions as I walk you through my hair care routine. This routine has helped me grow my hair to mid-back length over and over. And I know you can't see it, but she is real long under this head wrap, okay? Not that we're focusing on length anyway, right? Because healthy hair is always the goal, always. So I'm just coming out of a protective style and she looked real good when I first did it. Between you and I, girl, I will put a link in the cards and down below if you want to check out the protective style. But right now my hair is super dry and my style is not looking good anymore. But it's okay, we're about to take our hair out. I also did not moisturize my hair or tie my hair down when I went to bed while I had my hair braided. I know. And you know what? Part of being natural is accepting the fact that you're not going to take care of your hair 100% of the time. And that's okay. I always advise to pre-poo your natural hair, especially if you're coming out of a protective hairstyle. Now, not everyone does this, but if your hair is naturally pretty dry, your hair gets super matted, or she gets stripped by your shampoo, then pre-poo's for you. It doesn't have to be something complicated either. Honestly, just use your favorite oil and that's basically all you need. Over the years, my main reason for pre-pooing my natural hair is to remove shedded hair. So when I'm coming out of a protective style, you are going to have shedded hair. That's absolutely normal. Did you know that natural hair, or hair in general, shed about 50 to 100 strands a day? That's a lot of hair. And if I've had my hair braided for about a month, then technically I should have about 3,000 strands of hair that's going to come out. My point is to not freak out when you see hair coming out. It's normal, it's natural, don't worry about it. But make sure that you're removing the shedded hair before you hop in the shower. Personally, it's been a game changer for me because my hair shrinks a lot and the shedded hair is going to shrink with my natural hair and they're all gonna get tangled and married. And then it's a lot of trouble for me to detangle my hair afterwards. So for me, pre-pooing removes the fact that I'm going to get a lot of tangles. It helps my wash day routine just go by a lot smoother. I'm able to detangle my hair a lot easier, but more on that later. Today I'm using a scalp treatment in addition to using an oil to pre-poo, and that's because my scalp was on fire. Yes, I had my hair braided for over a month and my scalp just really hasn't been doing very well lately. I used the product over a couple of months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago now. That did not sit well with my hair, and ever since then my scalp just been acting up. Anyways, back to the story. We are using a scalp treatment today and I'm using the oil to help slide the shedded hair out easier. I typically do this on dry hair because, like I said, my hair naturally shrinks up when there's moisture in it. If you're having trouble, it's okay to spritz some water or some leave-in conditioner on your hair to make it easier. The point is to make all of this easier on you. It's not to make it any harder. Natural hair tends to be more pliable anyway when there's some moisture in it, so do what's best for you. By the way, you should always do what's best for your hair. Remember, the point is to make wash day fun and exciting. And you're not gonna do it if you're struggling. You can pre-poo for about 30 minutes, but if you're a little lazy like I am, I typically like to do it overnight. And that's because I also like to break up my wash day routine. So I start the whole process by pre-pooing. I take my time, I remove the shedded hair, I put my hair into sections, and then I take a break. I go to bed, and then the next day we continue with washing, conditioning, etc. So that way it's easier on me and I don't feel like it's a big task that I have to tackle all in one day. My favorite part, actually washing my hair. I used to dread washing my hair until I changed my mindset around wash day. Instead of complaining and saying, oh man, I have to wash my hair, I say I get to wash my hair because it's a privilege. You know, there's so many of us that have medical conditions or are just not as fortunate as we are to wash their hair, especially using all the products that we're blessed with. So look at it as an opportunity to take care of yourself. Look at it as an act of self-care and just don't take it for granted. Now, when I hop in the shower, I like to make sure that I'm thoroughly wetting my hair before I do anything. You want to give your hair enough time to soak up the water. You don't want to rush through it. Plus, girl, it just feels so good, especially after a protective style. You just have that water running down your scalp and then your back. It feels so good. So today I'm choosing to clarify my hair. I haven't clarified my hair in a while, and like I told you earlier, my scalp was acting up, so I'm taking this opportunity to clarify and start with a clean slate. I'm actually going to use two shampoos to do this, a clarifying one and a nourishing one. I got the idea from a hairstylist and she actually recommended both products. The first one is a tea tree peppermint shampoo formulated for colored hair. Now, I don't have color, but I'm using it for its benefits of clarifying and cleansing my hair. And it felt so good. The tea tree and peppermint combination felt so invigorating. It tingled all over my scalp. It felt so good. Just thinking about it now makes me want to wash my hair. It's important to note that the shampoo did have sulfate, and there's a reason why there's sulfates in it. They're meant to create lather and remove the oil and any products or any gunk that's on your scalp. So don't be afraid of sulfates. I typically don't use sulfates in my regular shampoo when I'm just washing my hair weekly. I only use sulfates if I need to clarify my hair. Just quick little tips there. After rinsing out the shampoo, my hair felt squeaky clean, and that's how it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to feel extremely clean. It wasn't too stripped given the fact that I pre-pooed, so that's one of the reasons why pre-pooing is important. It wasn't too stripped, but it felt extremely clean. But we're not done yet, so I'm going to proceed with my second shampoo, and this one is by Dad. It's the Ultra Nourishing Oil Cleansing Shampoo. This one was very interesting. It had this creamy texture when I rubbed it into my hands, and it lathered so much. It was so soft. It felt so good in my hair. I'm actually very interested to use this shampoo by itself on a day that I'm not clarifying to see how it performs on its own, but it felt really, really good. It was just so creamy in my hair. Honestly, the shampoo gave what it was supposed to give. And I usually don't say this about shampoos. If you watch my channel, you know this, but this one felt really, really good. It mimics your hair's natural oil and really nourishes and replenishes the moisture back into your hair. So when I rinsed my hair, she felt really, really good. She felt really clean, and that's the feeling I was going for. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to thoroughly clean my scalp, especially after being in protective style after protective style. So yeah, I really wanted a clean slate, and I got that. I kind of felt like I got the salon experience, if you know what I mean, you know, with the two shampoos, and they smelled really good. Girl, I was in heaven. Anyways, moving right along to deep conditioning. Deep conditioning is a very important step in natural hair. I always preach it because to me, that's the step where you can really infuse any nutrients back into your hair, especially when you shampoo or you clarify. It's meant to take away. It's meant to take away all the oils and gunk, but deep conditioning is meant to put back. And I love it. I appreciate how nourishing the dip conditioner that I use is. It's one of my favorite. It's by 4C Only. It has a ton of slip as well. And this is perfect because I'm coming out of a protective style. I went ahead and clarified my hair, so I really needed the slip to help remove any extra shedded hair that was there, help me finger detangle. So I went ahead and applied the product in sections. This product is super concentrated, so I make sure not only to apply it on wet hair, but to also add water as I apply the product to help distribute it all over my hair. As I do this, I'm going to also finger detangle. Never leave your detangling to the very end. That's a recipe for disaster. This is how you're struggling and having a hard time detangling your hair because you're leaving it till the very end. I finger detangle during the pre-poo step as I remove the shedded hair, and I'm going to continue as I apply the deep conditioner. The trick is to push your finger through and separate your hair gently in every direction until you're able to use your finger as a comb to finger detangle. Be patient. I know we want to rush our wash day routine, but if you take your time, you won't even have to really detangle your hair later on. Enjoy your hair as you apply the deep conditioner. Finger detangle gently. When you do that motion and you're, shampooing your hair, it can cause some matting at the roots. So it's very important to take away the matted roots. It's very important to take your time when you apply your deep condition to take care of any matting you likely have at your roots. And yes, if you are coming out of a protective style, you're still gonna have some hair come out. And think about it, it's still part of your 3,000 strands quota. We're still doing good. It's okay. Don't freak out. Remember that. So I leave the deep conditioner for about 30 minutes in my hair as I, shower, do my skincare, shave, scrub my feet. I tell you, it's a whole self-care thing. So once the 30 minutes are up, then it's time to rinse it out. Now it's time to finally, officially detangle our hair. If you detangle as you were pre-pooing and you detangled when you were deep conditioning, then this should be a breeze. Look at how the tool is gliding through my 4C hair. Have you ever seen anything like this? That, my friend, is because you did the work beforehand. You did your homework, you studied for the test, you had a good night's rest, and now you're ready to get your A+, sis. You're ready to get your A+. Look at that detangling session. It literally took me about 5 minutes to detangle my hair with the tool. And don't worry, I will link all of the products and tools that I use down below, so you don't have to worry. Okay, now it is time to moisturize. I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media that advise you to actually use your leave-in conditioner while you're in the shower. And the rationale behind that is because your cuticles are still open, you're still in a nice warm environment, so your hair is able to absorb the leave-in conditioner better. So I went ahead and put it to the test. Well, I was already in the shower, so might as well do it. The leave-in conditioner that I'm using is by IMONatural. It's also one of my favorites. So I went ahead and applied it to my hair, and my hair just soaked it all up. If you have low porosity hair, it's also a good tip for you to apply your leave-in conditioner in the shower when your cuticles are still open, because once they close, then the leave-in conditioner or any products that you add is just going to stay on top of your hair. It's not actually going to penetrate your strands. So a quick little tip there again, if you have low porosity hair. It was straightforward for me to apply it in the shower, and I also didn't have to get out of the shower, get back in the shower since I was already there. So yeah, it worked out perfectly. Now the very last step is to seal your hair. You can use a light oil if you have low porosity hair, or you can use something heavier such as a butter. That's what I choose to use. I have high porosity hair and my hair tends to be super dry very quickly, so I like to use a butter. You can also not use an oil or a butter. You can do what you want. Like I said, always do what's best for your hair, but for my hair, we're using a butter. The butter that I choose to use has mango and shea butter with essential oils. I love how soft the product itself was, so it was easy to glide it in my hair. And because I don't have to go anywhere, I left my hair in the twist. And this, my friend, is a solid hair care routine that you can start implementing today. And that's going to help you on your hair journey. Of course, you can customize things. Of course, you can use a clay wash versus a shampoo. But I think if you follow the steps and the methods of just caring for your natural hair and being gentle with your hair, then you should get a lot of results. You should see a lot of growth. Oh, and I know you want to know how much hair that came out of my head, because I've been talking about shedded hair this entire time. So you know what? Yes, I saved it for you. I am going to show you. There it is. This is my hairball. It looks like it's a lot, right? But it's also about a month, a little over a month of shedded and some breakage as well. It's impossible to go through your routine and not have a little bit of breakage. That's also normal. So I always say not to freak out, not to stress about some hair that comes out, because stress is going to break your hair even more. So don't do it. And is this 3,000 strands? I don't know. I'm definitely not going to count it. I can tell you that much. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out. If you enjoyed this video, let me know as well. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.